Hi, and welcome to DNet Member Training. Today we had one of our strategic partners who owns a videography company share this presentation with me, and I really thought that it had a lot of value and it really resonated with me as a speaker. I have a business coach, Tony Jerry, who's coached the top 500 CEOs in the world, and one of the books that he wrote is called Life is a Series of Presentations, which essentially means in everything that you do, you're presenting, whether you're on the phone, whether you're in a meeting, whether you're standing in front of an audience, whether you're posting on Facebook or on Twitter, everything that you do is a presentation. And a lot of times we don't take the necessary care and concern for how we present and in what manner we present, especially in social media environments, as well as face-to-face. So I wanted to take a moment and review this slideshow with you. It's titled, Your Speech is Toxic. And hopefully this resonates with you as well. Everything is universal. Communication is an absolutely universal human trait. Everyone communicates. Verbally, non-verbally, visually, musically, kinesthetically. We've pretty much been communicating since the dawn of time, whether it was through art or drawings, through presentation, through language, and so forth. Yet, communication is also one of the most poorly cultivated human traits. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that is actually taken place. Everyone says I'm a great communicator, but take it from me, most of us are not. Unlike the average presenter, clowns are actually great communicators. They engage and move others, they're audience-centered, and they're risk-takers. According to Nancy Duarte, 86.1% of executives surveyed believe that strong communication directly impacts their success. I see it day in and day out on social media sites. People communicating negative posts about politics or religion and literally removing themselves from 50% of the opportunities that they had a chance at before. Yet only 25.2% practice for more than 2 hours for what they call high-stakes presentations. We have created a complete communication drought. How do we cultivate great communication? First, learn that all communication is high stakes. Communicate as if every conversation, every meeting, every presentation, every class, every post, every tweet, every video is a high stakes presentation. Here's 5 tips for communication growth, which everybody needs to focus on. 1. Understand your audience. If you're in a social environment or you're on a social networking platform, 50% of the audience is going to have the same views as you. 50% is not. You have to adapt to your audience feedback and know you're not going to change their mind. You also have to know that emotion moves audiences to action, both negative and positive. Without an audience, there is no renaissance. If you lose 50% of your following because you decide to speak or communicate on things that move them the opposite direction than you want, where does that leave you? Be selfless, not selfish. You have strong opinions about certain things, be it sports, religion, the government, politics. Being selfless means that you know you're not going to change other people's minds. Being selfish means that regardless of other people's opinions and views, you believe yours are more important. 2. Vision trumps all other senses. When putting together a presentation, know that bullets kill. So does clip art, cosmic fonts, fiery animation, as well as negative images, negative pictures, and so forth on social media sites. Pair one image with one clear idea when presenting. Help your audience to retain more information longer. Be dedicated to getting them to think, not teaching them something specific. There are lots of different websites that can be your friend. Here's two. Next, prepare and practice. Devote sufficient time to communication. If you're doing a 1-hour presentation with 30 slides, you need to devote 36 to 90 hours for analyzing the audience, generating ideas, doing research, storyboarding ideas, designing your visuals. Don't ever wing your speech, ever. Practice like the TEDsters do. The shorter the talk, the longer the rehearsal time. Emphasize with your audience. Empathize. What does that mean? Your audience is a friend, not a rival. You must realize that you are different, and the way you perceive the same information can be completely different than the person next to you. It is our job as people to respect that two people can look at the exact same picture yet see something completely different. Two people can read the same words yet hear something entirely different. Use this understanding as a guide to communicate with others. If you're in a position of power or presentation or communication, be cautious and understand that you don't have to believe the same way in order to come to an understanding. And if your interest is to persuade and motivate and influence others, convincing them to believe just as you do will not do it. Focus on making a difference for others. What motivates you will shine. It will show through. One talk, one empathetic talk. From Mr. Robinson, schools kill creativity. At 13.4 million viewers. Be cautious. Don't give a presentation that you wouldn't want to sit through. I tell you this because if you're posting personal information or your personal views and you don't like reading other people's personal views, then stop now. If you don't like seeing positive views about a particular candidate that maybe you are not interested in, or you don't like reading religious views or vice versa, then be careful. Don't make other people sit through any presentation you would not want to sit through. If your presentation is boring, if it moves too fast or too slow, if there's not enough meat in it, if there's no actions that can be done afterwards, if you wouldn't want to sit through your own presentation, whether it's as short as a tweet on Twitter, a post on Facebook, or a 1-hour presentation in a meeting or a 5-hour boot camp, be cautious. Number 5. Continuously seek to grow your skills, personally and professionally. Read and subscribe and follow others. Here's a small sampling of some resources. Books, Confession of a Speaker, Presentation Zen and Resonate. Made to Stick, The Naked Presenter and Switch. The Back of a Napkin, Presentation Zen Design. Slideology. Also subscribe to incredible bloggers who can teach you how to have better presentation skills. Follow those individuals who can help you create powerful presentations and slides that rock. Seek to find those who are more experienced and talented at this craft. It is not the strongest nor the most intelligent of the species that survives, but it is the one who is most responsive to change. Today, I challenge you to tweak your speech in order to have a better chance at changing the world. I hope this is helpful. Please follow Mr. Ojeda. He's an incredible presenter, fantastic slide set, and I greatly appreciate Craig for sharing this with me today, and I hope it's beneficial to you as well. All of us seek to improve our presentation, our overall communication, and deliver more change and value to those we have the audience and the ability to communicate with. Have a great day.